Ma'am and sir, you might want to prepare yourself. This is just a warning. This is a gruesome devil story we about to get into today. Yes, I'm going to let y'all witness this evil from y'all eyes, because I already witnessed it. And this is haunting. Haunting, man. Who does this? The devil comes in all shapes, form, and sizes. And it don't discriminate. That's one thing about the devil. It don't discriminate. We're going to get into it. Let's go.
Uncensored, and we appreciate you staying up late with us. First up on The Factor, we start off tonight's show talking about a grueling situation. A 12-year-old girl is accused of smothering and killing her 8-year-old cousin over an iPhone on July 15th in Humboldt, Tennessee. They were both visiting their grandmother's house. Now, according to the county's prosecutor, a security camera recorded the killing inside the bedroom the young girl shared. The recording shows the older child using bedding to suffocate her cousin as she slept in the top bunk. After the child died, the 12-year-old cleaned up the victim and repositioned her body in bed. We have with us to talk about this tonight, therapist Dr.
No. Hear no evil, see no evil, don't do no evil. What the hell is going on here, man? Did I just hear a 12-year-old suffocated her 8-year-old niece? Or cousin? No. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, the devil comes in all shapes, all forms, and all sizes. The devil don't discriminate. And I'm going to tell y'all one thing. The devil was inside that 12-year-old's mind and spirit. It had him. That's why I keep telling y'all, protect the kids. Do all your necessary things you can do for your child, so this don't end up happening.
Jasmine Boone and fathers Lewis Hunter. So, Lewis, as a father, when you first read this story and saw the video reports, your thoughts about it?
I was shocked. I was shocked to the extent that I realized the world that we live in today. You know, the fact that you could have a 12 and 8-year-old fighting over an iPhone, cousins, mind you, at grandmother's house. And then have the 12-year-old kill her cousin and then come back and position the body and try to cover up what she had done. You know, that doesn't happen overnight. That's right. Not something, you don't jump from. Most juvenile crimes are property-related, burglary, vandalism. But you killed your cousin behind an iPhone. They need to lock her ass up.
And got back in.
Sir, I salute to you, because you want to know why? Her ass got to go for real. They need to lock her up. It don't make no goddamn sense to go doing this over no phone. That's why I keep telling y'all, take these goddamn electronics out your daughter's hand, out your son's hand, and be done with it. And get them some goddamn toys. Some toys, that they could use their hands with. Some toys that when I was a kid, and I'm not that old either. When I was a kid, my parents put some toys, some physical toys in my hand. Not no goddamn tablets and cell phones. What we doing to these kids, man? We are destroying these kids. It's our faults, man. We got to take the blame for this. Well, they parents got to take the blame for this type of action. Because Spook don't tolerate none of this mess.
In the bed,
got back in the bed,
went to sleep.
And I also read, I'm glad you mentioned that, because they said that they didn't find out until like a day or two later, I think.
They had to go watch the video.
The video.
Grandmother. And imagine what it was like for the grandmother to go and view that video for the first time.
But it also makes me question, why is there a camera in an 8-year-old's room? A 12-year-old's room. Mm-hmm. So there had to have been behavioral issues before that had not been addressed. And I'm sure they're going to scream mental health and, all this other mess. And I'm curious to know what sort of mental health issues or therapy that she may have had before this.
All right, Dr. Jasmine Boone, your thoughts on this disturbing situation?
It's so unfortunate. And it's so, like, no one wins. Poor grandma, poor moms that lost both of their babies one way or the other. But, we don't know. According to the article and news, there's no speculation of mental health issues. So ruling that out, we do have to take into consideration that this girl, this 12-year-old, her brain is not fully developed, right? So we're talking about the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision-making, consequences, the pros and cons, weighing them out before making the decision, long-term consequences.
I'm not gonna lie, though. Spook, don't lie. We tell the truth, and I'm not gonna lie. Sis right here, she looking stunning right now. She looking pretty right now. Looking good. Anyways, let's get back to it.
There's like all the things that the prefrontal cortex is responsible for, she hasn't matured into that yet and won't for another 12 or 13 years.
Prosecutors don't care about that. They want to try her as an adult.
They want to try her as an adult, but who she is at 12 will not be who she is at 24, 30, 40. Like literally her brain is not fully matured, right? And so I personally and professionally don't think she should be tried as an adult. I think there is a desensitization that's taking place with the social media and all that good stuff where she may know, like, I want to kill her, but you don't know the gravity and the long-term impact of your decision. And so I don't know that trying her as an adult is fair.
And before we get to you, Lewis, one of the issues I have here is when we as a society...
What y'all think? Y'all think trying her as an adult is fair? Because Spook think it's all fair. Yes. I keep telling you that, you know what? We got to start protecting the kids, not only physically, but spiritually. Because something was not right with this 12-year-old spirit. And that man was right when he said, why was there a camera in there to begin with? There had to have been some type of issues before this led up to this. We don't know. The only person I know is the person above, and that's God. That's the only person I know.
All of us covet a phone.
Oh my God.
It's a electronic device, but in this case, we're willing allegedly to kill for it.
Absolutely.
And adults are even worse.
We see it even in toddlers. The phone is like a deity now. It's like a god to a lot of these younger kids where...
A Bible where the Bible never could get in our hands.
That's a word. I love that. Absolutely. It is sending them into a tizzy, and we have to pay attention to this because not only is it the phone, like what are they watching?
That's what I said. I said, remove them goddamn electronics out your daughter, out your son hand for good. Throw them away. Take them devices and throw them devices in vacation or something. Because you're losing your child to this device. Like she said, to them, that little piece of electronic you put in their hand is like a deity to them. They worship it. Come on, you don't believe me? Put a goddamn tablet inside a child's hand and take it back and watch a child attack you like never before. We've never witnessed any of this in the history of human beings. Now, can I get an amen on that? Let's get back to it.
In researching this, I just randomly decided to just scroll Instagram and came across 5 murders or clips that were leading to a murder before it got cut off. We shouldn't be exposed to this on a daily. Like, we shouldn't have access to this, and we're adults. So think about an adolescent or a child.
I would like to know what's going on with the gluteus maximus cortex part of this kid. How many ass whoopings has this kid gotten leading up to this? There had to have been a discipline issue leading up to this. This just does not happen, overnight. And so I would really like to know, what sort of discipline. I think discipline is a big issue.
Yeah.
Lazy parenting. I think cell phones has a lot to do with lazy parenting. You throw them a phone or a tablet, they're out of your hair for a while. You can watch whatever reality show or whatever you're into on television. You get some quiet time for yourself. I know that they charged this child with, or from what I understand, they've charged her with first-degree murder. But like I said, like she said, there's a lot of talk right now as to whether or not you can charge this young lady. And it's become real unpopular over the last 20 years for judges to prosecute young children as adults. And as a result, the way the statistics read is as though juvenile crime has gone down. But I think that the reality is that not as many of them are being prosecuted because it affects the professional resume of a judge who may want to move on to higher elected positions.
All right. We want to thank you guys for joining us here on The Factor.
Oh, man. That right there should let y'all know what I said before. Take away them tablets, be gone, throw them away for good. Get your child's brain back in order, back right, back focused. Yeah, before we go ahead and destroy a whole new generation of kids, man. We gotta protect the kids, spiritually, physically, and mentally. Now, Spook is out. You guys have a blessed night. I thank y'all and appreciate y'all for the bottom of my heart. Deuces and salute.